I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Come join us at our newest clinic location at Good Faith Wellness Center. We provide compassionate health care for your entire family, from virtual visits to office appointments. We're committed to providing the best care. We accept all insurances, and we provide monthly wellness plans. Let's start your family journey to a healthier, happier life. Schedule your appointment today, and remember, true wealth begins with good health. All right. Hello, good evening, and Merry Christmas to all of you, or Merry Christmas Eve. Welcome to another special episode of Telehealth Tuesday. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Telehealth Tuesday, this is your go-to podcast for insights on modern healthcare and wellness solutions. So again, I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt, your host, and today we have a very special episode lined up for you just for the holidays. But look, before I tell you all about my next guest, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors for tonight's episode. Graphics are Chase, P5 Solutions, and as always, a Diamond Dynasty. And although I'm not wearing my scrubs that are provided by a Diamond Dynasty tonight because this is holiday edition, please go check out their website at diamonddynasty.com for Greek apparel, all your Greek apparel needs. Also, I want to let you know that Telehealth Tuesday can be viewed on multiple platforms, including our YouTube channel, which is Dr. B TV. That's DOCTOR, the letter B as in boy, TV on YouTube, and also Good Faith Wellness Center on Facebook, and also Good Faith Wellness Center on Instagram, respectively. Lastly, just wanted you all to know, well, actually, I guess at this point, I don't know if you're going to be able to take advantage of it. We'll be in the clinic next week for two days. Up until December 31st, we're waiving co-pays for all new patients at Good Faith Wellness Center that are coming to see yours truly. So that's new patients. We're going to waive your copay just for that one time. So please make sure to get your visits booked. You can book online, make appointments, or you can give us a call. Also, all right, so let's go ahead without further ado. Let's get into this. I want to tell you about this gentleman. Let's talk about Mr. Nardo Blackman. I've grown to know him as a friend. He's also known as Nardo Blacktastic on Instagram. He states, and I quote, "I like to think of myself as a man of the people. I like to feel like I represent the essence of Jackson," that's Jackson, Mississippi, the urban community. "I've been doing comedy for 13 years," he states, "and I started in a comedy contest after I got laid off at work. And I remember some of my white coworkers who were saying I was funny. And right after we got laid off, that's when the competition came. Also, and again, these are his words, and I'm quoting. He states that as of today, I've been on 2 tours. Now, this may be updated, so I'm going to let him correct this if I missed anything. But he stated that I've been on 2 tours, one with Kerwin Claiborne and the other with Jackson's own Rita Brent. Both are great comedy friends, and I'm thankful for those experiences. I think they helped me grow comically in different ways. And I think that what sets me apart is that I have a way of making you feel like the neighbor or the guy next door. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, hear ye him. I want to bring to you Mr. Nardo Blackman. Let's give it to him.
Yo.
What's going on, brother? Let's get some applause.
What? That boy got sound effects? What's good, Doc? Not the friend.
What's going on? How you feeling, man?
Man, lovely, man. I couldn't be better, man. How about yourself?
Oh, doing great, man. It's a blessing here, man. We are celebrating out of the usual virtual studio, and so, like I was saying, I'm usually in my scrubs that are provided by Diamond Dynasty, provided by Dion. But tonight, this evening, we're celebrating Christmas, so we're in our Christmas sweater. Hopefully, it's not too ugly.
Sound good to me. Did I hear you said you're not in your scrubs, but did I also hear you say you're waving a fee?
That's right. You got it, brother. At Good Faith Wellness Center, which is the new clinic that we open. I have a couple other partners, but when it comes to seeing me personally, and people make appointments for new patients, we're going to go ahead and waive that copay when they come to see me. And that was kind of like a up until December 31st, end of the year special.
Let me go and get over there because I just come because I like a sale. I ain't really got nothing wrong with me, but just to get in on the sale, I pull up.
All right. I appreciate that, man. Come on. We are ready for you, man. We'd love to see you. We would
Yes,
love to see
sir.
it. Let me know, by the way, if I missed anything. I know that we did some research and got those things about your bio and the tours you've been on. I don't know if it's anything you want to add, or maybe just tell us a little bit more personally about your background or anything like that.
Now, I could give you anything if you just have some questions, but honestly, that damn intro was so good. I was listening. I was like, damn, I did that. Who is he bringing up? This is great. Whoever this is, sound like they're gonna be hilarious.
That's not good. Well, I heard that, man. Well, um, we were thinking, so this laughter being a medicine. So a lot of people were asking me, we're going to have a comedian on here. So how is that going to translate to the medical field or to Telehealth Tuesday? And we all know that laughter is a medicine. So, I say with that said, let's get right on into it. And also, for those of you that are watching live, a lot of times we have great audience participation, and folks, they log in from wherever they are, all across Mississippi, or all across the country, wherever they are, and they can ask questions right here. So look, this is no different than the other 19 episodes we've done. This is episode 20. Please make sure to ask your questions of Nardo tonight. But like I said, as usual, we have some that are already prepared and that others have already submitted. So, you know, I guess the first thing I wanted to know, when we talk about laughter as a medicine, but what's really helped you stay grounded, like during these stressful times, like during COVID, and maybe even things that you might have gone through personally. What's kind of helped keep you grounded?
Um, just my mindset. I think I've been blessed with a mindset to look at pretty much any situation in a funny manner. So I think my mindset, the humorous mindset, to me helped me through. And actually, when it was like pandemic, because it has been a change since the pandemic. When that happened, I ain't even gonna lie, I wasn't just with it, but I saw where if I take my shot, I could go and get on stage. So they
Right.
helped me boost. Yeah, they helped boost me through because there was some other comedians who was just like, I ain't gonna take the shot, man. I was working. That's how I got known through that. So, I
Real.
think
So
just a mind.
okay. So how does that I'm glad you brought that up, actually. So let's pivot just a little bit. Yeah, when it comes to the COVID, to the vaccine you're speaking of back in 2020. So is it true that different comedy clubs and stages would not let the comedians perform live if they hadn't had that?
For the most part, all of them could not do it publicly. You had to have, um, your vaccination card or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm glad you specified that because I would like take the shot. Y'all could have thought I've been drinking or anything.
I'd have been
But yeah, y'all was like, well, he just got drunk during a pandemic. I
yeah.
did as well. But yeah,
He said also full
um,
disclosure, we did that as well.
right. But I don't knock anybody for their beliefs. Actually, I probably have the same beliefs as they had. But man, I work out. I eat pretty decently. So my mindset was we have had so many other vaccinations that we probably didn't have a proper research about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and see. They have had people being tested. Don't look like they did nothing but catch lockjaw. So let me. I can still tell a joke with my jaw cocked to the side. So let me go on. Get it. And it worked out in my favor though. I'm still here, thank God, and I got the chance to be known. Like to me, that's how I got my national or somewhat national notoriety. That's how I got to be known by comedians. I probably would have never got to.
Okay.
Well, I can't say God's plan, but I got a VIP line to meet top comedians who people know and love. So
Yeah. Can you? I mean, I'm just curious, if you don't mind. Maybe tell us a couple of these folks, man. I know they're household names.
um, yeah, not yeah, because you asked me. Not that I don't like the name drop, but I'll bust one out there every now and
All right.
then.
All right. All right.
I got a chance to meet and work with DC Young Fly twice. Actually, DC Young Fly was the first comedian who came here after the pandemic, and
I remember that.
the fire marshal actually had to come. The club Chuckle was too packed for him to be able to perform, but they still went on let us do it because it was a black club, and I really appreciate them for what
Yeah.
they did. But DC Young Fly was one of the first one. I performed with him twice, and I like to thank the brother Know Me and Remember Me because when he come back, he be like OG, and we pray together. That's one thing y'all know about bro. He real personable. if you have done a show with DC Young Fly, you know you go to the back, you pray with him and whatever. So I got a chance to meet him, Carl
Yeah.
Miller, Gary Owen, Bruce,
Yeah, man.
and J. Anthony Brown. It's people who I got the chance. I've been listening to these people since I was, a teenager. So I got to meet these people and
Yeah.
perform with them and actually get to know them because it was through pandemic.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. And look, I know while you were putting in helping me put in a good word for the clinic. Hey, look, if you go on tour next time, brother. Now, look, if you or any of those folks need a concierge doctor to travel with you, man, I'm your guy now.
Man, I'm knowing, man. I know. Now I'm gonna tell you about comedians. They don't care too much about that. Like they care about health, but they they some Negroes. They some us. But if you mess around, get them their card, their medical card, you ain't gonna be able to keep yourself out. You gonna be on everybody's tour. It'll be too many tours you can be on. Like just want to put that out there.
Well, hey, look, I'm glad you put that out there because look, that we are looking into that. We still plan for that to be in the pipeline for 2025. So be on the lookout for that.
They would love that type of laughter as medicine. If
Yeah, man. When did you know you were funny? Like how'd you know? At what point? You know.
Oh, when I knew it, that's crazy because I always been that kid who parents call down to do the Michael Jackson or do an impersonation. When I was, it's so crazy, man. I used to get in trouble at school for reciting Eddie Murphy Raw, the whole special. I'm cussing.
Yeah,
It's gonna rain on your head. I'm doing it right there. So, I get in trouble for that. But you don't really think none of that. I'm not thinking I'm gonna be a comedian. Comedy ain't even a real thing in Mississippi. Uh
yeah.
then when I'm about 13 or 14, Martin is out. And I'm doing Martin impersonations and impressions. And my friend's mom and his older sister started liking it. And I was like, man, I'm making grown people laugh. But honestly, bro, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, and it's you gotta be kind of tough
That's
growing up
right.
around here. So I wasn't just letting everybody know that I was a funny guy. I feel like you're gonna get tried every time if they just know you goofy. But then I started realizing there was like my superpower. I think everybody around here could hold up for themselves, but then
Mhm.
started to cushion the blow where I ain't have to hold up for myself. Then it started being the thing where my partners calling me over when they got chicks over there. They know I'm gonna make them laugh.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that told me a little bit, but man, it wasn't until like I kind of had an idea that I was funny, but I
Mm.
took it serious when I was working for a job. I think Twitter had just came out. One of my friends told me I was funny, and I used to make every time we went out like work functions, I have everybody laughing. So I was
Yeah,
thinking about it then. I still wasn't sure. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Let me just cut out the this and that. Man, I
yeah.
wasn't sure that I was funny until probably about 2.5, 3 years in the comedy.
About two. Okay.
Where I can say I'm funny. We can
Funny.
make people laugh in your family, but can you make strangers who never seen you laugh on the first attempt?
Hmm.
It probably was 3, 4 years in, and I
About three.
still didn't really know how to tell jokes. I just could make people laugh.
So do you go up there like with a prepared kind of thing, rehearsing your head, or do you just kind of wing it, like going up there and feel the audience out and?
I do both. You
Mhm.
got a skeleton in the format you're gonna lean on, but I'm like I really believe in when you get to a place, you got to say some stuff just to let them know you're funny, bro. You got to say some stuff to let them know you're human, that you hear. So I
Mhm.
do that off the dome, and then once I could get them going into a rhythm, then I go and tell them what I came to say, some stuff that I like to see, or then I try to feel out the way the crowd going or whatever.
Okay. So I wasn't gonna touch on this one, but I mean, look, I don't think he'll ever.
You
Well,
want to know
maybe I was gonna say he ain't gonna ever see it, but I'm not gonna let me not put that out there because maybe the man will. But look,
this
uh,
social media now?
was
Anything
that
can get out there. I said it's social media now. Anything
social
can get
media?
out
Well, and it's nothing bad. Look, I really enjoyed the new Jamie Foxx special. I mean, I was just
there.
wanting to get you to, your thoughts on that and how I thought it was comedy genius at his best, and he really showcased all his talents. But you as a professional in the industry, how did what's your take on that?
First and foremost, I like to say I'm not a tough critic of comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not a tough critic of any of the arts. I don't think it's easy to get people to like what you're doing, even if you're just cooking food, especially
Hmm.
black people. You want to get talked about,
Yeah.
cook something, try to get to us and watch how we do you. You better be good.
Better
Uh,
be good. That's right.
I ain't no, and I get it, man. People real critical of music, real critical of food. Like, watch what you listen to, watch what you put in your body. But as far as me with comedy, man, I really feel like, bro, if bro made somebody laugh, did they like it? Well, he
Mm.
was good. My
Yeah.
personal opinion as far as Jamie Foxx, first of all, I'm a Jamie Foxx fan. Before I
Same
watch
here.
all his specials, I like his impersonation and impressions. You is one of the goats of comedy.
Yeah. Truly.
I thought it was genius, man, because you got to live in your truth and you got to answer what people been asking about you. I'm seeing so many things. People like, well, I wonder was he lying? I don't know. I can't do nothing but go by what the man's saying right there on the show. Just like you do with the news, you know what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
I thought he had some great jokes. I thought it was a lot more emotional than I expected, but
Yeah.
he had no life threatening situation. I don't know how I will be coming out of there. My boy looked like he's still fresh out of there. I say that because his dance moves. They was a little fidgety. Jamie
Yeah.
used to be loose, bro. Jamie was moving like he looking like my aunt, and I'm already aunt. You feel me? So I was like, yeah, my boy, all right, but to see there's courage. I know what we're doing when we up there. We're bearing our soul. We're giving
Absolutely.
everything to you. I think he still did what he needed to do. He could make people laugh out of being honest and being transparent. Uh, as a comedian and somebody who works to do this, I think maybe he, and not to be too critical, he a goat. But maybe
Mm-hmm.
he should have went to some more places and got that open mic to see what these jokes were for a special like that, because that's what we taught to do. But as
Hmm.
far as me hearing it, looking at it, listening, man, I thought it was art. It's beautiful to be able to come out of what you're going through and tell people about it. Uh, I thought it was great, man. Whether it was staged or whatever, he probably get an award or when you cry as a black man, you gonna get up for some award. So,
That's right. That's right.
but man, I mean, I love the Halle Berry joke. I like the Diddy joke even. It was a little cheesy. Man, um,
Yeah.
I think that he went to some places that was good for him. So in that sense, good show.
Yeah. Man, it was amazing. And just to see, all his, the acting side, of course, we know the comedy side, but a lot of people don't know about his musical talent. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
that
thought,
boy got crazy range. But
yeah,
see, I'm a student. He pull out the piano in all his specials.
that's
He
right. That's
he
right.
added in. He added in, and speak of students of the game, man, I'm blessed again to be able to go on tour with Rita B. Rita put her music into her comedy, and
And she
I
does. Yeah, I
learned
love
that from Jamie. I don't know. I would like to think because I know, man, my homegirl a student, so I know she pay attention to Jamie Foxx, and I like that he could do that.
it. Absolutely.
Impressions, play music. If I could do that, I'm like whatever. I probably can't do Donald Trump and Prince and all these, and I might maybe I can, but it'll be a little crappy. I still like to add when I can impersonate somebody who I seen in the show to bring
Yeah,
you into my world.
absolutely. My I see my mom is on here. She's always asking interesting questions here. Let me put this up here. We and, and by the way,
Lily James. Hey, Miss Lily James.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you get asked that on the spot. Like it's like do you? I don't, is there a sample? I don't know if you got a skit or snippet or something like that.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of content on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook. You can look at skits on Instagram and YouTube and a whole set. Um, Generally, I just like to say something funny. I do have jokey jokes. Why did the chicken? I do have some little stock jokes. That's
Yeah,
what comedians call them. But I mean, I'm really into the art. I try to joke about everyday life or family. Uh, I have some jokes I heard before they probably can get you a good laugh, but I would prefer if you go look up some.
okay,
My idea of that is
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. My idea when people ask that is like if you told me your mom cooks good cakes or
mm,
she's a baker, and I'm like, dang, what is she do? She got a cake on her right now?
yeah,
If she bake one right, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, I
right,
can keep cakes on me, but that's how my idea of that is. Like if you are
yeah,
the right.
Right, right.
You tell me your doctor, I said, work on somebody right now. I don't believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me clip this man right now. You know. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, Mom, you can go to you can just Google. You go to your Instagram page. You got stuff on. I know you got a lot of content on that. So he
he
said
dying for a joke. I tell one though. You feel me? We gonna please moms.
we gonna please. All right.
We gonna always please mom. We ain't playing it.
Yeah, y'all. You know I've seen you several times, man. Chuggles and Johnny T's and some. When he'll have different people come and y'all set everything up for him. And there's been a couple of. I mean, these have all been great artists and everything that you guys went before. But man, I'm telling you, you and what's my other guy, man, y'all really set it up, man. Y'all set it up, man. I was cracking up, man. Like even to the same part as even the whoever was the main event or whatever, man. So
That's
I
dope.
always enjoy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I always enjoy that. Who would you say one of your? I know we mentioned several names, but I know that Chuck, you know, Bruce, man, that's one of the funniest. I think
Bro.
Bruce, man.
Bruce shared my picture in his stories, bro. You couldn't talk to me that week.
No,
I bet they at work. They'll say something, you late for work, but you ain't seen. I had a picture with Bruce. I'm on Bruce. Like that was up there for me. Cause all he had to do was do the show. He didn't have to share my picture in his story. They're like, who the bald head dude with you? You know.
hmm
Um,
yeah. What's your thought on Red Fox, man? Red Fox and Richard Pryor.
that's who I look up who to study how to tell a joke. I think Richard Pryor. So to me, Richard Pryor is he mostly funny because he was like the evolution of comedy. He started doing something people couldn't do, talking the way black people talk every day. It was genius for him to figure out I don't have to just do a stand up comedy or not joke. I can let white people in white America hear how we talk in the hood every day. So he didn't always have to make a set up punchline joke. He
Right,
just
right.
made fun of mannerisms and stuff he told you, like the joke about what you like. It was something about a bear. Do you have to be faster than the bear? I ain't got to be faster than the bear. I just got to be faster than your ass.
And
You know, that's
yeah, right, right,
the Richard Pryor joke. And is it that hilarious? It's funny, but it bring you in the mind of black people. Now to me, Red Fox, that's who I studied to learn how to tell a joke. Like I was already funny, and I don't think people get the difference. I already just knew how to make people laugh. That's called
right.
comedic timing and just being naturally witty. But to know how to structure and tell a joke, you know, to give you a remedy, then set up
hmm
punchline. I learned that from Red Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, Red Fox, man, is yeah, he's amazing. That Harlem Nights movie, man. That
Man,
Harlem Nights. That's
so it's crazy, man. My mom used to have Red Fox and Richard Pryor records. So I
mm,
used to sneak and listen to them. I was one of them when she leave, I'm putting the record on. That sound like a dinosaur, I know, but I
the
used to sneak and listen to them records. So that's I kind of loved it the whole time. I just ain't know it could really be done in Jackson, Mississippi.
oh yeah, my mom. She said, "Thank you. Yeah, I need a good laugh." Yeah, she's been she's been going through it, man. She's having issues with a lot of chronic pain and stuff. But that's why look, laughter is a medicine. And look. I see that a lot of people are logging on, so I just want to pause for the calls real quick, Nardo, and say
Mm-hmm.
good evening and Merry Christmas Eve to all of our wonderful folks and supporters that are here as you all are each and every Tuesday. We appreciate you all. As always, we are live. We have Mr. Nardo Blackman here himself in the flesh. And so if you guys have questions, please there's no question that's a bad question. All this is a no holds barred episode here. So, and I'm not liable. Okay.
Hey man, you know what? Mom's still hanging in there. Mom said thank you for me just talking fun and not even telling her a joke. And I believe the best thing you could do is give somebody something. That's the best. You talking about laughter is medicine. Giving is how you keep blessing somebody. Let me go and give you a joke, mom. I got something for you. Okay. I think that communication is a big thing. I think that's a problem. That's an issue between races, government, and everything. especially black and white people. It's our communication that keep us where we ain't on the same page. And I think black people and white people say the same thing. They just get a little bit confused. Like I was at work one day and I heard these white people say a word I ain't never heard before. They had
Mm.
went to the side and started talking. And I heard the lady say, "We're gonna step to the side and have a little powwow." I ain't know what that was. I believe that this when black people, white people go to the side and tell on black people. I haven't never heard that word powwow before, except for when it be raining real hard, and I be like, "Oh Lord, I hope it don't knock the powwow." Powwow. Yeah. Hope that was good enough for you, mom.
Yeah. That's
Little word joke. Little
there
word.
you go. I hope that was. Let me
Oh
see here.
Lord, the new episode of Powwow. You know,
The new episode of Power.
you a doctor. I know you hear powwow all the time.
uh, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Mm.
Like that. But yeah, you know they have their own they got their own kind of comedy when it comes to what I do, and I tell some funny stories, just real life, about crazy patients that I have, and non-compliant people, and having to get their feet cut off, and
Gee,
diabetic big old fat people, and all, so
Lord,
just
man, you know you can't say that no more. You cannot say.
well, you can't say
I think
that.
you have to say big bag. I don't know if that's better, but I think it's a little bit more friendly. You gotta watch what you say now, Doc. You can't say DOA. You got to say unalived OA. That's what you got to say.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let, let's see here. Unalive. Yeah, what was that? There was a gentleman.
Is that a doctor saying big back energy? So I'm seeing that y'all a little bit mess up in the medical field. Y'all a little bit. You got,
It can get there. I mean, because it was funny that when I went to med school, it was crazy that you'd always think these guys are prestigious and got the white coats on and all this. And it's like, man, when you really got around those guys and got in the industry, it's like, man, as soon as they come out the room, some of them, they start to cussing and saying, oh, Miss Jones is back again. I'm so sick of this heifer coming
mm,
up in here. So,
yeah, that's because it's 2024. I'm subject to believe that back in 1955, a doctor just smoked a cigarette right over your heart surgery, just cut somebody out. I don't think it was different back then.
yeah, yeah.
You know, just like you can smoke in the movies. They was in the NBA finals. They smoking. You like, why it look
Hmm.
so platter on CBS? Why does Sugar Ray Leonard and them fight look so platter? They smoking a cigarette right there,
Yeah,
in the arena.
that's right. They were. That's right. Let's see. We've got a question that just came in from Miss Lynn, 601. Do you have advice for someone interested in a career in comedy? And what is a big difference in comedy today as opposed to the older comedians? That's great. Great question.
The advice that I have for anyone that wants to try comedy, it don't matter age or gender or nothing. Try it. Try it. I don't care if that's what you want to do. Try it, and that first time, that's gonna tell you whether you do good or bad. That's gonna let you know if you want to try it. And I think that you can be a funny person, but you can also learn how to write comedy.
Hmm.
You might not be the funniest person, but you can learn how to write. I think it's hard to teach you how to be a funny person. And don't think because you're goofy, you're not goofy or just always looking for attention that you don't know how to be witty and write a good joke. Comedy come from life and everyday experiences. So, oh, and also don't listen to older comedians who try to give you advice. Follow. That's the advice I
Okay.
got. What is the big difference between comedy today as opposed to older comedians? Your jokes get turned to memes ASAP. Several of my jokes you will never know I created. You will never know I'm the creator of them because they got turned into a meme and then somebody else used it on stage and then it got recycled and ran through. And the other thing is we live in a very sensitive time where you have to watch what you say. Not that I'm promoting racism or saying that or promoting any kind of, you know, offensive banter, but it was a time where I believe black people and white people can hang out, and a black dude be like, "Man, you love mayonnaise," and it ain't mess with, a black dude to tell a white person, "You love coleslaw," it ain't mess with him, and a white dude be like, "Man, you love chicken and watermelon," and it ain't mess with a black dude. I think that it was a time like that. I do understand how them statements can upset people, but they're kind of true. I think everybody love watermelon and chicken for the most part, and if I offended somebody who don't, you we didn't even know you didn't like it. Kind of.
Hmm. Right, right. So you now look, I don't know if you want the because like I said, this episode a little bit different because we get on here and we got questions people and we're talking um with a lot of medical professionals, whether they're doctors, dentists. We've had three, I think, three mental health experts. So a lot of times it is more kind of serious tone and all that. But especially during the holidays, we wanted to give it a little lighter, and so this is more free flowing. Like I always have 15, 20 questions that we pre prepared, but I just turn off the iPad. I ain't even. We just like you said, we're gonna wing it.
Thank you. I'm good. I'm better at improv.
Better where, yeah. I don't know if you want to, if you wanted 5 minutes or so, if you want the stage to do anything, or if you want any material, you want, I mean, up to you, brother. If we go keep on going,
Nah, we can go whatever direction you want to go, man.
yeah, yeah. I know like some of your routines, when you like, let's say, with like at Chuckles, I know that maybe it feels a little more censored on this one, but I mean, we're technically not, but so I would just say, hey, just be you, brother. Because we're not sponsored yet or nothing like that. This is just totally we're just going off the cuff, man.
Oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm being me. You got moms on here. I ain't finna go all the way, but yeah, man, I'm cool, man. I'm whatever y'all want, wherever we want to go with it. I'm not already slick talked about weed and everything, so
Yeah,
whatever, wherever we're going with the conversation, man.
yeah, yeah. Um, so what I mean, do you think that like stand up comedy the way you do it, is that something that'll ever go away, or you think that we'll always have that? Like you don't think people will go to some AI crap or something like that, or
Well, I think everything like that'll be tried for a while, but I think like they making like screen printed houses. They can screen print you a house. And I think it's a matter between, do you want an original old school house built, or do you want a screen printed house? I think the option will be out there. I think that you remember back in you I don't know how old you are, but do you remember it used to be a guy on TV like Max Headroom?
Max Hedge?
Max Headroom. It was like a TV automated dude that just used to say wild stuff. I think it was a real person they recorded,
Oh,
but it was like an AI dude who used to say wild stuff. Or
mm,
like on RoboCop, the type
bro,
of,
yeah, uh-huh.
like it was a guy who come on and say, "I'll buy that for $1." I actually think that's where comedy going, just a sense of humor going, and it's gonna be for people to choose. Do they want to see regular stand up, or do you want the viral sensation, just real quick laughter thing? I think that's where it's going. It'll just be a choice.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't
Let's
know which one will be the main one that people tap into, but I think it'll eventually be there.
Yeah. Let's see. Stand I got is mom says is stand up comedy the hardest type of comedy to do?
I don't even know. I mean, and what other types of comedy would you know other than stand
I
up?
guess maybe like
The sit down comedy
movies,
gotta be.
movies. Hmm.
You hear
What
me?
what you say?
I said, what other comedy other than stand up would it be? Cause sit down comedy gotta be easy, right? I would prefer that over standing up. You recline and tell these jokes.
Yeah. See, let's turn them loose. Let's turn them loose. Um, yeah, but I guess
Uh, I
something.
think if you're speaking in terms of skits
Yeah,
and
and
stand
movies
up,
and all that kind of stuff. And
I don't know, man. I never been in a movie to do comedy. I was in the James Brown movie, but you got to pause your TV and zoom in if you want to see me. I'm just in the background snapping my fingers. So I don't know what it's like for comedic timing or to have be funny on a movie. Skits are easy. You got the chance to go over and over again before you got a chance to get it right before you do it.
Hmm.
Stand up is hard in the sense of your nerves, but for me, man, I've been blessed. I hit the stage and it just get funny. I got a nervous tick to say some funny stuff, I guess.
You got a nervous chick, is it?
Nervous tick, you have a little nervous tick. Sometimes I'll have no idea what I'm about to say, but when I see stuff for the first time and just say what I'm gonna say, it works in front of people.
Yeah.
So I
I,
can't still explain it.
yes. I know I've seen you do some, I think y'all refer to this as crowd work when you look at people out there and somebody in a funny looking shirt or I mean, how does that go? Like is anything come to mind when you've done crowd work that sticks out in your mind, some ridiculous looking person or something you could tell us about?
Man, it's too many to count. I
You,
think people come to them shows like with this stuff on to, try to get you to laugh. I can't. There's somebody I seen with some boots on that look like elf shoes. You gonna always get an Easter suit or like a Versace jacket. It be them kind of people that really my mindset is: do you wear this on the regular, or did you come to get laughed at? And that's your fashion sense. Like you really like that shirt. You know what I'm saying? So, but honestly, I saved it. I see it and I save it in case I need it. It's like when you playing spades, you got a big joke.
oh,
That's
so
something
okay.
wrong, huh?
Oh, so you kind of hold on to that. Like an ace in the hole, you don't go right out. Like when you see some ridiculous, you'll be like, wait a minute, look at this brother walking in. You
Come
don't.
on, it could be dead. People need to know that you in there, that you in the moment. You could be getting them jokes out there, and for whatever reason, it might not go. But I see this guy, and y'all see him, or she fell before. If anything happened in there, you got to bring it up. You don't really have to structure a joke. You can just say something that was funny.
Oh, really?
You know,
You and do you ever, do you change it up like if it's a black audience or a white audience, or you going to like Atlanta versus Jackson versus Tennessee, Nashville,
I got the same joke, but I put stuff around it to bring you to that understanding. And then when I'm in Atlanta or Memphis or New Orleans, I got stuff that I know about them when I went that I remember that I'm gonna say,
hmm
or because you got a different crowd every time, so stuff like that. But
hmm
if you have seen me before, and it's hard to tell, but generally, if you've seen me before, I try to have some new jokes. I've been doing it for like 13, going on 14 years, so I
yeah,
got probably two 45-minute sets, clean set. So that's really the only thing I change. I don't change for black and white people.
okay,
I
okay,
keep it the same. Honestly, white people really want to hear how black people living, and they
mm
can tell if you being authentic. It ain't even just white people. This culture, white people
mm
just more interested in every other culture than everybody else. But
okay,
because if you're saying it in the Asian or the Vietnamese, Latino, Indian, they feel like we feel most times. You see what I'm saying? So you just saying it like that. If you, it's for the white people. And the only thing I change up is so they can understand. But they really want to be a fly in the wall in black people's houses and not for you to change like how you are at work. They see you at work and be like, Tony's not like that at the crib, honey. That's he calls it the crib. That's how they really would
they
talk.
really
Yeah. So they want to see you in real, who you really is.
hmm
I
yeah,
just set it up for us for church crowd for some reason. People who church crowd don't want to hear you curse. You go over their house, they curse more than everybody.
the talking about the church people themselves, the deacons and the elders and all.
What? The congregation got to filter them out, but you ain't really heard the preacher talk like, boy, he could. I was hosting the blues show, and one of the preachers I know, he was singing the blues. I came back up there to him. I said, bro, I'm glad y'all liked him because y'all don't know. But that's the pastor. That man, Preacher Green, I'm going to tell you, business. Be righteous.
Yeah, and he was up there. He was up there singing. He was singing and cussing.
He wasn't cussing. He was singing the blues. Let me be honest about it. Now. He did not cuss.
I got you. I
Singing
got
the blues, and I recognized him.
you. Okay. Okay. I might, that might even. We'll talk offline.
He might got something right there, don't he?
Yeah, we talk offline about that.
Yeah.
That sounds
Let me book the blues pastor.
yeah, right. Yeah, let me do that, man. Um, yeah, that's do you ever I mean, so like what about when y'all are up there with like a tough crowd, I guess. Like, how do you work through that? Like, say they just because, like you said, some of us are the worst. We're the worst critics, and black folk, maybe even in your own town, like you're a local, Jackson, Mississippi. I know you told me you went to Jackson State and everything. So, um, has that ever like maybe when you started out, like where the crowd just stone faced and stiff, and you know what I mean? Like, what do y'all do to work through that?
It happens to this day. You can't always know the tone of a crowd. Sometimes people have been through stuff you don't know, and the crowd go with the majority. So it could be something that happened in there that you don't even know that happened. That might take the tone of the crowd. Um, First, I try to keep connecting with them.
Hmm.
That's why I try to improv. I try to connect with them and I try to see what could be the situation here. I might probe for a couple of questions like we really talking, and hopefully I'm with it enough to come up with a good answer that have everybody laughing to break the tension in the room or whatever. Um, but it's my goal to keep telling these jokes I got. So I'm gonna keep looking for a joke I got in the bag. If I'm a comedian, I created some stuff. I should have something that can have mom, dad, kids, thugs, crackheads, whoever can get a laugh out of them. And if I can't, we gonna shorten them 30 minutes to 15. We gonna
Right,
shorten them 10 to 5. Cause I deal with it with whoever booked me. I don't want we here for the crowd, you know. Somebody
right.
can't get them. Take that L and think of what you can work on. You always can't do nothing. You gotta be able to take it. And the other thing is, it ain't that serious. That's the best thing I learned as a comedian for real. Can't
Mm.
let it be too serious. You are not bigger than the crowd or whatever they're going through. Y'all need to be on each other's side.
Hmm.
It ain't no bad thing to say, man, y'all had a bad day? What's going on? What died and crowd up your way? And loosen it up, let them know you right there with them. It ain't nothing wrong with talking to them.
Um. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, so you What? By the way, what are we gonna do about so? Is anybody in that building now? With you had mentioned Chuckles before. What? I mean,
Anybody in their building,
yeah, we
got
need
a Chuck E.
something.
Cheese, the rats.
The rats.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's what's in their building. A
Well,
rat bigger than me and you.
oh Lord, we need to do something about that, man, because they can't get on the microphone.
Listen, they will. They did when we was in there.
They, even when it was they were in there then.
You really just now you want to talk, huh? Was they in there then? I seen two run past y'all in the corner. I just couldn't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but then I think that's a part of business in Jackson, man. You gotta handle the infestation. And you from another state, you might don't know. Stuff
Mm,
like that to shut other people down.
yeah. That's crazy. What about like getting around family like during this time? And do they ask you to make them laugh, or does your family laugh at your jokes or find?
They've been doing that for forever. I've been getting asked to make them laugh and say stuff since I was a kid. And generally, bro, I just bring up old stuff. I just bring up stuff we'd have talked about. Man, listen, God done blessed me to be in situations for fun and stuff to just happen.
Hmm.
Right? I was secret. I was in a Secret Santa thing at work last week. And
Hmm.
I just pay attention to stuff. And I just look. It wasn't my gift, but I saw somebody get a gift in the Secret Santa thing, and I ain't gonna lie. I knew something funny because the gift was in a dime bag.
It was.
But brother brought girl a bracelet. She got a bracelet. It was in like a quarter sack or something like that. First thing hit me. I don't know if they knew it. I was like, "Where you get that bag from?" I saw all the white people in there looking like, "What you got?" I ain't gonna say her name. And yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to make the material because I know that man got that from a crime scene. Cause I know he got it from the corner store, a crime scene. He ain't telling nobody. I think he used to work for the police. So
Oh Lord! And this was at the Secret Santa last week.
If you was watching the TV, if you was at work, doctors, these people study. If somebody brought that out their Secret Santa thing, just threw it out there in a dime bag, boy, y'all gonna zero in on that bag.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all, you look for the now. Those of us that are well familiar at least with what you're talking about, you might need to let the audience know what they might
That
not need.
man had got this girl a bracelet in a sack that looked like some weed supposed to be in it. That's what I'm telling you. And y'all probably don't know what the sack look like, but if I threw it out on the table, look how she said, "Go Joe." Now I'm glad I can see the comment. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with that, but I had went to Dollar General and bought my little Christmas bags. I bet the stuff that I had got out the crime scene, they didn't even know. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I put in my presentation,
Hmm.
my re-gift stuff, they had no idea.
Yeah.
This man scared everybody when he threw that sack on the table. I wasn't scared. I saw it.
So who got so did somebody go
White
home with
girl, he gave it to the white girl. She probably couldn't even get it. She married. She probably couldn't even break this out around her husband. He's gonna be like, "What drugs you, baby? Who do you know?
wait a minute.
Where's the party at?"
Did so the person who well, it's a secret Santa, so that means
I
the
can't.
givers, right? It's anonymous. So yeah, y'all never it
Oh
was
yeah,
never revealed.
you find out at the end, and now everybody finna be at work just a little bit scared of him, just a little bit.
Oh, so okay, so in this secret Santa, you find out in the end, like people they say, oh, I did that one or whatever.
Yeah, You know how I know he knew what he did because he left out the room and text. I was her Santa Claus. I said, "This man here dangerous."
Oh man.
The plot thickens. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh Lord.
God gave me that. God gave me that comedy right there.
So do you use that one in your material, or well, you said it just happened.
But
Would
it
you?
just happened at work. It might get put in. It might get incorporated though. It ain't
Yeah,
gonna be him. It'll be somebody else.
yeah. That's funny, man.
Hold on, look at that. Look at that. You see them? They want to know now. All you got to do is get a good headline, man. So they went shopping. I don't think they went shopping. I think somebody worked at a crime lab. Something happened to somebody.
That'll great.
He got the bracelet off them. Had
Hmm.
it for so long and was a secret Santa Claus. It was
Hmm.
like, you know what? I'm gonna get her this damn bracelet. That's what I think happened.
That's what it was.
That's what my Negro senses are telling me.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that, man.
Come on to something, Doc. Come
Yeah.
on to something.
But hey, you gotta let us know on Telehealth Tuesday, man. You let us be the first to know when you find out. We get some
I
more.
chime in to one of y'all other shows just to tell you, Doc, I was right.
Look, what we got, you and I talked about, we talked offline about another person. You mentioned this person earlier tonight. So we need to get y'all both on here same time because
Who?
what's that now?
Who that?
Your girl.
Man, I shouldn't even say it no, boy. I just be talking. People want me to just get people on here. I drink my water behind me.
Yeah, we gotta get both y'all on here, man, so we can really lay this thing out, man.
If we could do that, I would definitely mention it to her, tell her I had a great time, and that I was on here the whole time. I don't even remember talking about nothing about health. So I don't know how good Rita is with health. She seemed like it. I don't say she in shape, but she ain't big back, so she gotta be eating halfway decent.
Read them.
Nah, she actually smile back, skin back. Y'all gonna make her go off on me, bro.
She gonna get you. She gonna get you in her next sketch or routine or something, man.
Man, it's every day.
Yeah,
So I can't do nothing around her.
yeah. So at work, and then the people at work, do they come and like at your 9 to 5 job or 9 to 5 profession? Do they come and support you? Like they come out to your shows or things like that?
They knew who I was when I started working there.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a state job. I guess state employees, I had no idea, was the majority of the crowds, apparently, to the stuff. So they already know who I am. Like when I came, they was like, "You ain't you?" I was like, "I'm his brother." And they was like, know, I was like, man, I can't lie to y'all. I don't got.
You
We ain't
can't even do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I can't. I couldn't do it. It was just gonna be too much lying every day. It's too many people that know me there. That's I guess they already saw me somewhere. It's cool. This is the best thing I've been looking for in a job. My supervisor be talking about she gonna come to a show. So now I ain't got to lie. Lie
Yeah.
when I took off. They know I'm taking off. So it's for a show.
Okay.
Uh, Now I don't got to lie about shooting no video. Do I have consent? You in a skit, and
Okay.
they like the skits, man. You know what I'm
They,
saying?
they love the skits.
I'd have got fired from a couple jobs for skits, for shooting skits and stuff.
Well, wait a minute. Now, tell us. Look, tell us some more about that. Now, what do you mean by what were you doing the skits at the job, or why'd they fire you? For that.
Man, look, I got brought in HR, man. They started dropping out stuff like I was in the FB. Like they did me like I was in the little fourth F. They just started throwing pictures out. I was like, where they getting all these pictures from?
Hmm.
Apparently, when I was doing my video, somebody said that I was videoing people. This was so crazy about it. You could see this man walking through my back window just so he could get on the video.
Really?
Yeah, you can see him walk through like this right there, just doing stuff like that, just so he. So I knew who it was because the person um, was in it was in the background, but I never took no pictures of him. But they got me
So
shot for that.
the skit was done at work? It was done at work.
So yeah, I do. I know black people. We gonna go to work, but we don't like to go to work. We gonna be there all the time, but we gonna talk about being there. We
Right.
gonna be there all the time, but we gonna be 10, 15 minutes late. So I started doing work jokes. Easy thing to do. Talk about not being there. Everybody like it. Coming over with an excuse every day. But I was doing it right before I get to work because I know my energy gonna be good for it. If I'm right there on the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
man, I can really come up with an excuse. You feel me? Or why I
Right.
don't need to be there. So I started doing it and it started going viral. I hadn't even went viral yet, I ain't gonna say that. But it started picking up traction. And man, it's people, you know how we be at work. You got people I was at one of them jobs that just ain't see me like this. So, they started saying I was taking pictures and videoing people and talking about people. You know me, I doubled down and did a video about that person
Mm.
subliminally. You feel me?
Oh, oh, then you went back and did a
Oh, I'm
video
gonna double
about
down every
about
time.
that person.
I'm gonna double down every time.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I
Yeah,
got a
nah,
little
I don't go when they go low, I go lower. I'm like one of
go
them.
lower.
Yeah, see who
You
can take.
know, I'm telling you, I might need to live vicariously through you or something because I wish,
And live
especially work.
vicariously through you. Do that mean that I have the money that you got? Did that mean I can spend?
Hey, look, the money that I might have had it for a second, and it went either to the
I
IRS or kids, or
I
yeah,
don't
it ain't in
want to
my
live
pocket.
vicariously with it, and I don't want to live that way no more. Then me and you need to find somebody else to live
Well,
vicariously.
I guess we need to live through Jesus. That's what they.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna lie. Kardashians got some good little money too. I don't know. Can Jesus we live through them?
That's that's right, man. Let's see here. We got some. Miss Lynn would like to know.
Miss Lynn finna get in this. Miss Lynn, what I would like you to do is you pay attention to this brother's page, and when we get these comedy open mics started back up, I would like you to show up. You really seem interested.
There you go. There you go, Donna. Yeah, Donna owns it. Okay, so she's been in here
I like
too.
this question too. Let's get a question.
Yeah, well, how do you deal with audience hecklers or someone being offended by a joke?
Okay, audience hecklers, this is what we do. This is what you need to if you ever thinking about getting on stage. Notice them, see them. If you really want to see who they are and check them out, what they look like. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to attack them right then. You don't have to say nothing. Keep trying to tell your joke. The audience gonna get tired of them. And eventually you can say, man, will you shut up? And after you say, will you shut up, say everything you had in your mind to say about them. The audience generally gonna laugh because the audience tired of them too. You don't really have to be the big joke teller when it comes to getting a heckler to shut up.
Hmm.
But it is good to already have you something that you would say to get somebody to shut up, whether it's extremely pleasant or vulgar, enough to make them shut up.
Okay.
Somebody offended by a joke, I don't care. because obviously they don't know what a joke is.
Mm. You you know, and
You know
I
the definition of what a joke is.
right.
Why you offended?
You're right. I appreciate that question because that's what I've been, I even in my profession, man, I've been seeing so many people that are they take things the wrong way, and sometimes I mean, it could be the way that we say things at work. I've had to kind of dial it back a little bit, and we go to counseling and talk with the therapist, and they work with you on that, and so I know that I can be responsible for some of that, but I mean, this like today, man, people are so uptight. And like you talked about HR, like you just doing a skit. I'm sure you were doing your job. You were, effective at doing your job. But then you're doing a skit and somebody trying to get in the camera just so they can report
He
you.
already knew he wanted. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I mean, like I just don't know where the world's going in terms of that. Folks are just everybody's uptight, and I'm not that way, man. And it's like you got to be walking on eggshells in society.
Yeah, people have a way of making everything personal. You can make a statement on social media that just has to do with your situation, and people can make that about them, and now you've offended them because they took what you said and related it to their life. I'm glad I said something that
Hmm.
stuck with you like that, but I'm talking about my life. Shout out Charles Henderson.
No
Um,
problem, bro.
um, yeah, man. I'm here to tell jokes, and I'm trying to word stuff in a way that I think is funny. If
Yeah,
you understand that when I'm telling jokes, most of the jokes I'm telling is to make me okay with probably some sort of trauma of my life or something that happens in the world that I feel like we need to pay attention to it. Then them words that I'm doing is how I'm dealing with it. I didn't mean to offend you. And did you know you were coming to a comedy show? We get paid to make people laugh, to talk
right.
about stuff and to talk about people. So the stuff you're hearing up here is not your idea, it's what I think of. And if you came here, I think that you okay with
Let's see.
it.
Let's see.
Lily James.
We had another one for you.
Uh,
Do you find it easier to tell jokes about black people or white people? Hmm.
no difference. I tell jokes about any people. I knew. Look, one day it was the holidays. I walked in on my grandmama. She had a wig. I was like, "Hey, grandmama, I didn't know you look like Frederick Douglass." It just kept walking. My grandmama thought I was hilarious. I didn't mean to offend her or nothing. My grandmama laughed till she cried that day. Rest in heaven to her. But it really wasn't about me. It ain't about black or white. It's about what it is and how far can I give you an exaggerated metaphor or scenario to make you laugh at it. It ain't no different. People like to laugh. You can just about say whatever they can tell that you don't mean it to hurt.
Hmm.
Not it. You can't say whatever. Just about.
Right.
I ever think some people pull it off, and I don't know to what text I could do it. I don't think rape jokes are funny. I do
Yeah.
have a Jeffrey Dahmer
Absolutely
joke. I do have a Jeffrey Dahmer joke though, right? But I don't think rape jokes are funny
not.
at all.
Anything you want to share? Anything you want to share with the audience, or either the Jeffrey Dahmer or
When I tell a joke,
yeah.
you want to hear what it.
Let's hear it, brother. Yeah, I want to hear it, man.
So
Let's
this
hear it.
joke ain't even about Jeffrey Dahmer. This joke is about black people and nicknames.
Okay.
And I feel like for anybody in the nationality, this is what you need to know about black people. It don't matter what you told us your name is when you introduced yourself.
Hmm.
The moment you walk off, we got a nickname for you.
Okay.
Get on the crowd, we're gonna say, Big Nose Kenny. We're gonna just put
Oh
some
yeah.
with
Right.
you.
Right.
Wide body. We're gonna name you like we talking about a car. And I know this to be true because one day I was in the grocery store with my grandmama and we seen my teacher from elementary. I said, "Oh, grandma, there go Miss Williams." She said, "What you talking about, big draws?"
Big
But I've been going to school this
draws.
whole time. I never knew Miss Williams' name was Big Draw. My grandmama
Big
gave
draw.
her a big name. And I remember I used to talk to this girl back in high school, and she worked at Foot Locker. And to this day, all my partners still call this woman Foot Locker. This lady done work
Foot
for the
locker.
IRS. They call her Foot Locker. You look like you know. You say Foot Locker. You see what I'm saying? This
Mhm.
lady done had so many jobs. She done worked at grocery stores. She done worked for the IRS. They could call her IRS. Them Negroes still call her Foot Locker. And I know it because one of them seen her downtown. And they were like, bro, guess who I seen the other day? I was like, who is this? Like, Foot Locker. I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Right. Who gave that name?
Who gave her the name? I can't tell,
Yeah.
bro. Real name. I'm gonna say J Mac. He called
Oh,
her
well,
Foot Locker because every time we go see her, she worked at Foot Locker. Now check this out. Back in the day when I was in ninth grade, I worked at Waterland. And I was thinking to myself, man, it's crazy how we calling people by their nickname where they worked at. Because I sure hated if somebody called me Little Waterland. That ain't the name I
water.
want. That ain't the name I want as a man. So, boy, look at this girl talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. Where you got to
I
chill.
know you're talking about.
In several Foot Lockers. But check this out. So, fast forward, I was working at a dispensary, and this woman came in. She looked familiar, right? So we was talking. Like she looked familiar. I couldn't think of where I knew her from. We were talking, and we started getting to know each other over the. We was talking about what we was watching on TV. I was always taught to have familiar conversation with somebody when you selling something. We started talking about what we was watching on TV. We started talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer show. So from that moment on, she didn't know it, but every time I seen her, I called her Jeffrey Dahmer. Everybody who worked there knew it. They used to be sniggling and laughing. So one day, her friend girl came in. I said, you know, I called your girl Jeffrey Dahmer. She bust out laughing. I was like, hey, could we talk about Dahmer? I don't know her name. She told me her real name. I still call her Jeffrey Dahmer. So
Really?
one day, yeah, really. So we had call in orders. We used to have call in orders. People could call in and make an order.
Mhm.
So one day, this young lady called in, made an order. She was like, I want this THC drink or whatever. And I was like, okay. She was like, you gonna have it ready? I was like, big, I'm gonna have it ready, but who am I speaking with? You know, black people, I always think you know them by their voice.
Right. Yeah.
I had no idea who. She was like, you don't know who this is? I was like, no, I don't know who this is. She was like, bruh, this Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like, you sick piece of crap. Who would
Yes.
call here and say this Jeffrey Dahmer? You are an insane piece of, you know, I was going off on him. She said,
Yeah.
bruh, Jeff. I was like, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Man.
Jeffrey Dahmer, man. I had forgot I had met you, Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like, Jeffrey Dahmer, you know what? We need to get on better terms. I want to be more professional. I don't want to call you Jeffrey Dahmer. What's your real
Yeah.
name? And I said, what do they call you? What's your real name? She was like, Foot Locker. Hey, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But you know what, man? I wrote that joke. It's a callback joke. It's all about black people and nicknaming people and how I could get confused. That's all.
Yeah.
And I slipped in a murderous rapist name. So it's a little dark
It's a
because
little dark. It's a little dark.
it's a little dark because a person called you who you know you ain't never killed nobody, never raped nobody. They call you, bro. She was cool with me calling her Jeffrey Dahmer. You heard she was on. She was like, you know who this is? It's Jeffrey Dahmer. Donna Owens, you the truth. Thank you so much. Donna liked it, joke. I hope Mama liked that joke. Mom probably had like,
Yeah. See, I
Mama
think
had like big draw. I think I know her.
wait a minute. Yeah, I think she's still logged on. My mom's still. Um. By the way, so what about, man, with groupie? Like, what's the craziest groupie story you have?
Craziest groupie story I got.
I know you got one.
I don't even know if I could talk. I had to sit back. I done put my foot up behind that one. You know what, man? Yep, nah, can't do it. Cause here it is, bro. My group of stories is like third party stories, so it's somebody else, something happened to them. I'm gonna let them be confidential. And the things that happen to me, I will have to talk to you in person.
Okay.
Uh, let's see. Man, ain't got no funny group of stories. The only funny thing I know about a group, I know, like say that right here. I ain't gonna say she no groupie, but this girl. She might live in like Oklahoma or somewhere around in that area. And I met her when we was on tour, and she got a son. She had a baby. His hairline looked a lot like how mine used to look. However, I seen her baby daddy. He looks similar to me, so I'm off the hook. I'm off.
You're not gonna end up on
That's
Maury.
my funniest groupie story I got like that without putting any
Yeah.
people in, you know. You could get sued for this type of stuff. I think I know somebody in jail. You can't just talk online about people like
Now, and this is a true story.
that one.
That part was true.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's a lot of details, but yeah, it's absolutely true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, that's a good one. The headline, the group that said the best groupie story for the show tonight is the headline story. That's a good one, man.
Look at y'all, Keisha. Keisha, I apologize on Christmas Eve. Hey, the first note. Let me ask y'all something. This is my question
Yeah.
about Christmas. I ain't even gonna lie. Everything they be talking about during the Christmas season, to me as a black person, it be sounding like made up words.
Mm-hmm.
I really like
It is.
Yuletide. Why you make up Yuletide? Why they logs burning in the fire? Like, what are we doing with these words? What is a partridge in a pear tree? Some geese are laying, a turtle dove. Why you mix the turtle with the dove? If you really ask me what a turtle dove is, that's the same thing we was unaliving on Super Mario Bros. When you jump on their head, they look like a turtle dove.
Yeah, that's a good point. That um, we put this, a big. What'd you say? We got to be politically correct. I can't call him a pet Santa Claus, a wide back.
I don't know what these words is, y'all. My whole life, I'm black, bro. We ain't never had no figgy pudding. I thought they were talking dirty on the song. I was like, bring me some figgy pudding.
Bring a figure, putting.
Let me get some figgy pudding too. I turned to Bill Cosby. Now,
Oh, you got. I know you got an impression. You got to do an impression now.
I only got impressions of my friends, man. I have to when I see stuff and go right behind it, and I got a pretty good impression of it. But
Okay. All
for the
right.
most part, like I just can't think of one I just stuck.
Okay. Um.
Shout
Well,
out to y'all opening them gifts today, Miss Baker.
Oh yeah. The
What
opening
y'all
gift.
got going on Christmas where y'all can't open the gifts then?
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
if she respond. But before I do all my, closing, because I always let my guests, talk about where they're gonna be next and do all that, and then I have a few lines. So if she respond, we'll see why Miss Baker's is not able to open her gifts tomorrow. That's your question.
mm, dang man, I can't do it. Well, if they told me I could open my gift early today, I would do it too.
You'll
And
do the same.
I'll be flexing on y'all tomorrow. I'll be putting up in my gifts. I'm that type
Okay.
of person.
What
Um,
if it been the Power Wheels? If it was a
and that the clothes. I came through, man. When I was 5, I bust out on them on Christmas with the Michael Jackson glove with the Thriller jacket. I did not come to play with y'all. Penny
okay.
loafer with the pin in it, and I had a Atari. Only child.
Yeah.
You want to ride my bike? Get off of it. I just got it. Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay, then she saving lives.
saving lives.
But she gang banging just at a heart. Okay, I see you. Yeah. With the, I don't know.
Gift was a Bible he just brought to me.
That was sweet.
That's
You
real
know,
sweet.
black. Yeah, I got a Bible. You know, black people. I don't know what you think about them. How ratchet, whatever. We got a Bible with our name on it. Mama gonna get you there. You love by a black mama. You got your Bible.
They always put the Bible in the hotel room. I always
They know
wonder.
you got to come in there and do damage, and only God can just bless this room, man. They know you coming to get it in. Don't turn the Bible over. Y'all gonna need it. God been knowing people been doing this for years. Don't think y'all think this just started. What has been going on since biblical time? People been meeting at the room. That's why they had to burn down Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. They was
That's
in the
right.
room. They was in the club. They was on Instagram. Don't be thinking it was just like this.
Well, look, I know that we've gone a few minutes over time, and I truly appreciate you coming on. I'd love to give you the floor to tell all of our listening audience, how they can either contact you or find you on social media, and if you have any projects coming up and all that good stuff, man. Let us know what you got going on, brother. The floor is yours.
Yes, indeed. You can catch me at Nardo Blackman on Facebook. I got the government name there, and I don't really be doing a whole lot of cursing and dirty talking. If you in the church want somebody y'all think clean, it won't be me, but you will like my little Facebook stuff. You can catch me on Instagram at Nardo Blacktastic. One word. That's Nardo Nardo Blacktastic Black. Then it get funny. Tastic. It's black and fantastic because I always y'all know black is fantastic. Don't let them fool y'all with the words, but you can catch me there. Nardo Blacktastic on Instagram and every other platform except Facebook where it is Nardo Blackman. If you have the time, you have enjoyed what you heard here, you can always catch me interviewing people. I'd like to have Dr. Bookhardt on there on my podcast, Productive Procrastinators. Uh, yeah, it's a podcast where we talk about what we want to talk about. We do not follow a wave. I don't like to let social media influence the direction of my thinking. Um, and
Absolutely.
if you are interested in any shows, you can catch my Facebook page. I will have my shows posted there. Yep, I had heard of Social 21. Um, but yeah, you can catch my shows posted there. And on New Year's, I will be hosting a New Year's party at Ramey's Sports Bar and Grill. That's a new place. I think it's over there in the Meadowbrook area. That's Ramey's Sports Bar and Grill. I'm hosting a New Year's party, man. Come have fun with me, man. That's all we doing. I'm talking to everybody all night. I ain't acting like I ain't. Y'all might make me a Jew liberty, but I'm hollering at everybody. Don't let nobody harm me. We finna get drunk. We ringing in the new year. It ain't got to be a better you. It could be the same old drunk you. We gonna have a good time. And on January the 11th, I'm in Vicksburg hosting an event. We got my good friend, hilarious comedian from HBO, Henry Coleman will be there. It's a JSU fundraiser event for the Dent family. Well, and Jackson State is by the Dent family. So Kent, is it Kent or Dent? I might have to look at the flyers, but I think it's Dent. I will miss your name.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome, man. Well, we truly appreciate that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here live. We have Mr. Nardo Blackman, and brother, we appreciate you. Look, me and you, like we discussed, we got to get together, man. And look, I would love to be on your the procrastinators. Give us that name again of your podcast.
Productive procrastinators, bro. It took us so long to come up with the name. We was working so hard. We had 5 shows done. Did not have a name. I said
Really?
productive procrastinators. We've
Okay.
been BSing this whole time. The name was right there, So
I love it, man. I love it. Well, look, you just let me know the date and time. I'll be there.
absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, man. Thank everybody for talking to me and chatting with me on the side. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Uh, Once again, shout out to Mom. Mom, I hope you like them few jokes. I don't even usually tell people jokes online. But
Okay.
since you hung in, we giving gifts. Tis the season to you guys.
I'm sure she appreciates it. I'll make sure. I'll make sure she knows. I'm sure she's still watching. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another fantastic episode of Telehealth Tuesday. Merry Christmas, Merry early Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, and whatever it is that you believe in or celebrate. As always, we love our fantastic audience participation each and every week. And look, real quick, next week for New Year's Eve, because that falls on a Tuesday, we'll have Pastor Donye Hargrove. And so I know that he's a fantastic gentleman, just amazing worship leader. And, we're going higher and higher with our platform. And so, again, we're going to have Mr. Nardo Blackman on here again. And I'm definitely going to invite him again. And we're going to invite
And I'm
Rita.
gonna try to get Rita. Yeah, I got you. I ain't forget that.
All right, let's do that, man. Let's do that. So, with that said, hope you'll join us next Tuesday, New Year's Eve. Bring a friend with you. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. B TV. That's DoctorBTV.com. And also, if there's anybody that you want to see, make sure to drop us a line, DM us, email us, goodfaithwellnesscenter@gmail.com. Any topics you want us to cover, amazing people you want us to have on. If you have a story or testimony that you want us to know about or discuss, let us know as well. So, God willing, we'll see you always on a Tuesday. Stay safe, and remember, true wealth begins with good health. Bye for now. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Come join us at our newest clinic location at Good Faith Wellness Center. We provide compassionate health care for your entire family, from virtual visits to office appointments. We're committed to providing the best care. We accept all insurances and we provide monthly wellness plans. Let's start your family journey to a healthier, happier life. Schedule your appointment today. And remember, true wealth begins with good health. Hello.